Hey, first off, this is part one of a two-part video series, so make sure after you watch this video, in the link I have the link to part two of the series. Make sure you watch part two. I'm going to cover part of the things you need to do in this video and then the other half in the other video. Now if you're new to my channel, my name is JR Fisher and I appreciate you showing up, but you've got to subscribe. Make sure you go down to that subscribe button, click that button, and don't forget, turn on the bell, turn on the notification bell. That way you'll know every single time I do a video, and you'll want to turn on all notifications. You will have a choice for that. Now I've been selling online since 2009, sold millions of dollars of both physical and digital products, and it's been a lot of work, but I've learned a lot of things. So I started this channel to help you guys start, run, and grow your online business, to give you the tips, tricks, and secrets that I figured out over the years. We actually have our products sold on thousands of websites, including Walmart. So we've learned a few things along the way, and we can pass them on to you. Now writing these sales pages, this is a tough thing to do. If you haven't had experience writing sales pages, I'm going to give you all the steps that you're going to need to go through in this video and the next video so that you can actually have high converting sales pages. Before we get started, I do want to let you know that I have a $97 e-commerce course that I'm giving away for free. Go down into the description area and I've got a link where you can click on it and just click and learn. No credit card required. $97 course, absolutely free. Okay, let's jump right on this and let's talk about number one. Number one, know your audience. You know, it's really hard to sell somebody if you don't know who you're selling to. We like to kind of develop an avatar. How old is this person? Where do they live? What are their motivations? What kind of job? What kind of car? The closer you can get to who your avatar is, the better your advertising will be and the more sales you'll get. Now there's a lot of ways of doing this. You can actually do customer surveys. You can survey people out there who have bought the particular product or service that you want to sell and kind of figure out a little bit more about them. You could do it through web analytics. You can look at the analytics and see what's going on. You can use audience insights inside of Facebook. That's another way to do it. There's a lot of social media analytics out there that you can use, and you can use any other type of research you want to do by polling your customers or sending out emails, whatever you want to do, but try to figure out who this buyer is first. Once you put all this information together, you've got this customer avatar and you're going to know their pain points and what their needs and desires are, and it's going to be a whole lot easier to write your ad copy. Okay, the next thing you want to do, number two, is set up your value proposition. What is your value proposition? So a value proposition would be, we help X to Y by Z. So let me give you an example of that. We help marketers and business owners to build their email list and boost their sales by providing high converting marketing campaign software. So that would be a value proposition. People can hear that, people can see that, and they know exactly what you're all about. They need to know these things, because what you will is you will speak to the people who really buy into that, and then the people who don't buy into that, you'll kind of push them away, which is exactly what you want to do. Number three is get the price right. Price is so very important. Now you may have your product priced too high or too low or just right, but you got to figure it out. You got to figure out what's going to work, and the best way to do that is go out into the market, look at your competition. What are they offering? Can you offer it at a better price? Can you give more value than they do? Offer more than one price point too, because you're gonna have different levels of people. An example would be in our digital marketing training and online training. Now I've got courses that are $7. I've got continuity courses that are $27. I've got big courses which are $997. I've got coaching which costs thousands of dollars an hour. And the reason you want to do this is because your audience is not made up of one income. It's made up of many different incomes. Now your main customer may be between, you know, $40,000 and $70,000 a year, or whatever you determined in your avatar, but there are outliers there. There are people in your group that have a whole lot more money than everybody else. There are people in your group that don't have near as much money as the median people in your group. So if you have all these different price ranges and all these different price points and different product values, you can obviously sell more of your product, so it's going to be very helpful. So here's a really good example for WordPress form builder. If you look at here, it says without the high cost. So the first one we've got here is an agency, which is $499, okay, and the next one is a pro, which is $199. The plus is $99, and then the basic is $39. So they're speaking to 4 different levels of people by these different price ranges. And number 4 is determine your page length. Now I've seen pages that just have a button on there and 2 or 3 sentences, and I've seen pages that go on 40-50 pages long. So you got to determine what's going to work for you. Now what do? You do a short page? Do you do a long page? Here's the length of page you want to do. It needs to be as long as it needs to be to get the job done. Okay, and getting the job done is having an opt-in or buy or whatever. So in order to really figure that out, you're going to need to do some testing. All online sales require testing, and I think a lot of people don't want to do that because they say, well gee, I've got to do 4 of these pages instead of 1 of these pages. Yeah, you do if you want to be profitable and you want to make money. Now ideally, if you can do shorter copy, that's the better way to go if you can get your point across. Now here's an example right here for Cyber Monday on Groupon. For example, Groupon explains its purpose in a sentence and takes you straight to the deals. It says up to 80% off of tech, home, apparel, and much more. Here's another great example from Muck Rack's landing page. If you look, it has a simple sentence on here. It says, is your public relations collaborative? But as you go further down the page, as you can see here, there's a whole lot more detail if you want to get into the detail part. This page also includes testimonials and of course more call to actions to get the person to opt in or to buy. Number 5 is nail the headline and sub headlines. Now this is so important because you only get one shot at this. That headline has to be action oriented. It has to be some type of result. It has to refer to some pain point. It's got to ask some question. If you get this wrong, they're not even going to read the rest of your page. The best headlines are actually short and directly to the point. Now let's take a look at this one by Social Media Examiner. If you look at it, it's a little bit longer of a page, but in this example in the Social Media Examiner, it says discover the best social media marketing techniques from the world's top experts. That stands out over and above everything else, but it does give you the opportunity to read more if you choose to do so. Number 6, some like to call it show the benefit of the benefit. I like to call it features and benefit, but actually you need to list the benefits of your product to the customer and the features. So a feature is something that your particular product has, and the benefit is going to be what they receive. Now your benefits really should be listed as bullet points on the page. I want to show you an example right now. This particular one is for Enchanting Marketing, Enchanting Copywriting e-course and coaching program. Then it goes on to say learn how to write persuasive content and win more customers. In this course you will learn how to write persuasive content. That tells you what they're going to do, and then they actually list what you're going to get. They talk about an 8-week intensive program here. They talk about personal feedback or weekly assignments, and then they say write the most important pages for your website and get them edited by a pro, and the next course starts, and then they give the date of what that is there. Of course this is a little bit older, but it tells you everything about the course that you would probably want to know. Now think of the benefits of the benefits, or the features and the benefits, as things they're going to get. So for example, if you're selling diet pills, the benefit is weight loss, and the benefit of the benefit could be that you're more confident, you feel better. There's a reason you want that weight loss, and that's what it's going to get for you, but it's to help your confidence and make you feel better about yourself. So that's the benefit of the benefit. Now James Wedmore, who I've actually followed for years, uses this on his sales page, showing not just the benefits of free training, but how the training will affect the user's businesses. Okay, so the training is what you're getting, but what benefit are you getting from doing training? Because nobody really wants to do training. They want to get the benefit of the training. Number 7, some of us forget to do this: describe your product. Describe it. Some people may not know about your product near as much as you think they do. We have this assumption because we work with a product every day that everybody else knows all the buzzwords. They know the things it's going to do, and they know the things it won't do, but they don't. We need to put that detail in there, because you're going to have all levels of people hitting this page, some that do have some education about your product and some that's never heard of it before. The more descriptive you can be about your product, the better off you are. Now check out this example here of this sales page for Monster Insights, showing how it provides the key features that people want. It goes into detail: quick and easy setup, e-commerce tracking, ads tracking, real-time stats, universal tracking, and file download tracking. So it covers each one, and then each one has a sub headline that goes into just a little bit more details. Number 8, get the language right. So when you're writing your ad copy, you may want to use words like you and yours, and when you're trying to accomplish something, you may want to use words like we are going to work on this together. That way they feel like they're actually part of stuff. It shows that you can actually empathize with that particular customer and you understand what their feelings are. Also, telling a story is really good. I mean, telling a story is super important. If you can tell a story in your copy, you will lead the person to want to finish it, because there's always a beginning, middle, and end to a story. And if it's written properly, you're going to keep them on the page. The longer they're on that page, the longer they read, the more chances that they're going to opt in or buy your product. You can also use power words in your ad copy, and these power words can literally be very powerful. And now this is kind of in story form, but look at this from CPI. It says, I'm about to share something that might sound familiar to you, whether you work with kids or adults, and in any setting, working with people in your care is tough. Number 9, handle objections. Anytime somebody comes to your page, they're going to have some objections that are pre-programmed into their brain. They're just there. Okay, so to give you an example, if maybe you're giving away a free report and the people look at it and go, free report, well, if it's free, it can't really have any value, must not have much value to it. And I found that actually when you're giving away free stuff, it is more difficult to give away free stuff than to sell them a $20 item, because when they look at free, they think it's worthless. So I would first off say attach a value to that. You want to make sure you say, you know, it's free, but it's normally worth $29.95 or whatever it is, and then you need to really sell it. You probably need to sell the free item more and show all the value that it actually is going to give to the end user. Now, something else you can do is you can talk about a limited time offer, and you can do this by having it on your page. You can have a pop-up on your page that says grab this now, opt in now, and you get 10% off, or you get $5 off, or whatever it is you want to offer. But that creates that sense of urgency and makes them want to buy the product right then instead of just waiting till another time when they feel like it. Okay, so that's the first 9 steps of this. There's more steps in video 2, so I want you to go over to video 2 now. I'm going to put a link in the description down there so you can go over to video 2. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you got some value out of it, give me a thumbs up, right? Make sure, if you haven't done so, if you haven't subscribed, if you're a subscriber, I appreciate it, but if you haven't subscribed yet, go down there to that subscribe button, click that button right now and ring the bell. The notification bell is right next to the subscribe button, and you need to turn on all notifications. Make sure you set it to turn on all notifications. What this is going to do is it'll make you part of the Fisher family. You'll be part of the VIPs. I can actually notify you as soon as I do a video when nobody else is going to know about it, but you will, because you're a VIP. Now also, don't forget, I have a free e-commerce course in the description down there. It's a $97 value. You can get it absolutely free. There's no credit card required, nothing like that. You just click on the link and you can learn. Now, which one of these steps have you actually tried, or what problems have you had with your sales pages converting? Put your comments below. I'd love to hear them. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you so much for listening to this video, and we'll see you in the next one.